Guys. Um, I'm getting more organized. This is going to be my first video in Florida. I recorded one um, a couple of days ago, but I didn't like it, so I threw it out because it was weird. Um, Couple of updates. The movie that I did before I left is out. Um, I have to remember the way. Okay, I remember it. Go to between a betweenarock.org, click on videos, and then mine's like the second one down. Um, she has a couple of other videos that are up too, so if you want to watch those, they're pretty cool. Um, I'll put it in the description just so nobody forgets or whatever. Um, I was gonna do a couple of questions, but I don't want to make the video too long because I just recorded the whole video and then it turns out that I was not recording because I'm horrible with technology. And I need to go to a class or something like that to figure this shit out because now I'm really frustrated that I just recorded that whole video and it's gone. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but they just had like the fuck, what was it called? It's some type of race down here. I live right next to the like literally right next to the Daytona Speedway. Like I can hear the cars going around. Um, and it's kind of annoying, but it's not that bad. I can just turn the TV up. And so I don't know. I was gonna redo my story, but now I'm really frustrated with it and I don't want to do it. Um, but I'll make a long story short. Or try not to make it like the whole freaking video. I when I moved down here, I got to a temp agent. I went to a temp agency and I signed up with them, and I was working on an assembly line for a couple of days. And I was working with visually impaired people, which is pretty cool because going into that, I was like, oh, cool. They're not gonna fucking see boobs and they're not gonna like see my binder and shit like that. So I can pretty much pass as long as my voice is deep enough. So I'm like hoping to God that like just pass, just pass, just pass. It's gonna be a great 2 days and whatever. And so the first day was awesome. And everybody's like, oh yeah, this is the new kid, and whatever. I was the youngest one there. Everybody was like able to get social security at that point. And which is pretty cool. I like hanging out with people that are older than me just because I get along with them more. Um, I haven't really gotten that much hate from people of the older generation, so that's pretty cool. And oh, I'm sorry, it's like almost 12 at night. I'm tired as shit. I gotta get up at 6 in the morning. And so I was working on this assembly line, and this kid sat across from me. He was my age. He wasn't visually impaired or anything like that. He was just an asshole. And I guess like him and the guy next to him had started talking about like relationships and shit like that. And he was like, "Oh, well, I want to I want to come home to a clean house and dinner and shit like that, and I want to be the one that makes the paychecks and bring in the dough and shit." And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself like, "Oh, okay. So you're a sexist asshole. Like that's basically what you are. Whatever. It's cool. It's cool." And so then after he says that, right? He says, "And you know what? Like my girl, the best thing that I could give her is a baby in her stomach and shit like that and whatever." And I'm like, "Bro, you did not just say that, right?" Which was my first mistake. I should not have said that because then that suggested that I was of the female sex, but I'm not. I'm just a decent fucking human being. And I don't think that you should really say that. Like, I'm sorry. That's like fucking offensive to females everywhere. Independent females. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But, like, me personally, that's fucking offensive. And I don't even relate to that. Like, fuck that. Whatever. So, on with my story. So, after he says this, really fucking offensive thing. He looks right at me, right at me, right? And then he goes, but no offense. And I'm like, bro, what are you looking at me for? And he's like, well, what do you mean? You're a girl. And I'm like, bro, no, I'm not. And so like the old guys that are sitting around us are starting to chuckle. I'm like, bro, they're like, dude, you thought he was a girl? And he's like looking around and he's all panicked and shit like that. And he stops what he's doing and whatever. And he's like, looks at me, like that, like that look. I go, bro, I'm a dude. And he goes, oh, well, that's cool. I know a lot of people like you and shit like that. And I know, I have friends like that and shit. And I'm like what? Because at this point in my mind, I'm just like, I just really want to fuck with this dude. Like, he puts his foot in his mouth like no other. And at that point, it was just me fucking around because at this point, if you're in the vicinity of me and you're such an asshole and everybody else in the room is uncomfortable with the shit that you say, I'm going to fuck with you. I'm sorry. I am. I had to at that point. And so he goes, well, you like dudes, And I'm like, bro, I'm not gay. And he goes, what? And he's like, well, you got a high voice and shit like that and whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gay. I said, I'm a guy and I'm not gay. I'm straight. And so all the old guys are like laughing their fucking asses off at this point. I'm just sitting there putting my fucking spoons in a little thing and whatever. I'm still doing my job as I'm saying this shit. I'm not even looking at dude. But like, it just blew my mind that people actually think like that. Like, I can't, I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. I understand that people have their opinions. That's cool. I also understand that I'm in the South. I get that. But I don't know. I just think that it shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a fucking asshole. Well, I am an asshole, but like maybe I'm just not a bigoted asshole or, a sexist asshole or whatever. I'm not. I just have some common fucking decency. But that was my story. I'm horrible at ending stories, so the end. That was it. Just wanted to share that fucking experience. Um I'm gonna make another video. Probably in the next couple of days. I'll post it on the weekend, maybe. Um, and that'll be where I put all my questions and shit like that, updates and all that stuff. I didn't want to make it too long. I tried to condense as much as I could because I'm horrible with stories. I could be on here for like 20 minutes, fucking doing all that shit. Um, yeah, that was it. That was my story. That was my experience. Um, like I said, I'll be posting some more stuff. Um, I might try to do a collaboration, yeah, with a couple of my buddies, maybe. Go check out ANC Vlogs. They do some cool stuff with like tags and shit like that. They're pretty funny. It's pretty funny to watch them. I actually just got done watching one of their videos a couple minutes ago, and I am gonna try to do new stuff like tags and shit like that. They suggested it to me, so maybe I'll try it. I don't know. Other than that, it's pretty much it for now. Yep, pretty much it. Bye.